Welcome to Geeky Girls Knit. Did you want to say welcome to Geeky Girls Knit too?
No.
Are you sure you can?
No.
Did you want to say something?
No.
I'm Cece, also known as Java Pearl.
I'm Damaris, also known as Damaris Stash, a bit weird.
And we're glad to have you today. Yeah. It's kind of crazy again today. But more on that later. So, we'd like to say a big hello to all of our returning viewers. I said that backwards. A big hello to new viewers, and welcome back to our returning viewers. Brainstorming. I forgot to tell you what day it is. Today's Wednesday, August the 7th, 2013, and this is episode 50. Is that backwards?
No. It's not backwards.
Okay. So we would like to say a big thank you to the Knitmore girls, Gigi and Jasmine. They played our promo this week on their latest episode, and so I think we got some new viewers that way. So if you came over because of that, hi! Thanks for giving us a shot. And we'd also like to say thank you to Philippa MC, who is Philippa. She shared about our podcast on Facebook in the Addicted to Knitting and Crocheting group, and I think we got some new members that way too. So thank you so much. Love. If you are a new member, thanks for joining. Introduce yourself in the introductions thread and we'll give you a shout out on the next episode. If you haven't joined the group yet, come join. Or if you've already joined and haven't introduced yourself, did I already say that? I don't know. We're a little bit crazy, but that's okay. We have a lot of stuff to talk about today. You should see the pile of stuff that is over here, piled high, to share with you today. There's a lot. So we probably should get started. Okay, so here we go.
Now we're going to talk about what is on our needles.
So, what's on your needles, Mare?
I still have the body. Hold on. Let's have the body of my sweater, my Watson sweater, which is based off...
It's grown.
Yes, it has done that.
So you were telling me it was based on what?
Based off the Dr. Watson's Cabled Crewneck pattern by Trudy Brown. The yarn, of which I'm gonna need more, is Broco Vintage in the Oats colorway, and I'm using size US 4 needles, which are 3.5 millimeters.
Yes.
Yes!
Yes. I had to check the show notes. So you finished how many repeats now?
6.
And how many did you say you needed?
About 8 2/3 to get to 15 total inches.
Okay. So you might be there next week.
Yes.
Just depending on how crazy the week is and how much knitting time you get. Well, you're making good progress. It actually is looking like a garment.
I can put it on.
Yes. And does it fit good?
Yes.
Good. So you'll be starting the increases for the bust soon. After you divide.
I think.
Yeah. Yes. Alright, well, I only have one thing on my needles right now. And that is a long languishing one. Well, not long languishing, but finally working on. A while. Yeah. I'm using, I should tell them what it is first, huh? Mm-hmm. This is a drizzle hat for me. It's from the drizzle pattern by Melski of the Single-Handed Knits podcast. And I'd already made Damaris one for Scotland. And I'm using the same yarn. This is Barocco Geode in the Moss Agate colorway. and I'm on US 5, 3.75 millimeters. Mine is going to be slouchier than hers, though. So here is what I've done. And I am, I've started on the crown decreases. I think I only have about 13 rows left. So most probably, I'll finish it tonight. And I've put it on, and I like how it is. I could put it on. Oh, got caught in my earring. So I'm liking it, and it's going to be slouchy. I love the lace panel, and it's warm, so it'll be good for Scotland. So, it's a great pattern. Damaris and I will be matchy-matchy, kind of, except for hers isn't as slouchy. So that's what's active on my needles. I'm trying to get this done. And that's the only active thing on my needles right now. So, we should move on to the next segment.
Now we're going to talk about her finished projects.
Yes, and I actually kind of showed you this one last week. I have another one to show you still too. But this is from the Lethal Choose Your Own Adventure knit along, the hat that I made for me out of Crystal Palace Yarns Panda Superwash in the Bittersweet colorway and Knit One Crochet 2 Crocodile in the Candy colorway. And I had said when I blocked it, it blossomed a lot. And so it was super big and not what I wanted. So Damaris shrunk it for me. On purpose.
Yes.
So we washed it in hot water and then dried it in the dryer. And it fits so much better now. In fact, you've probably seen my new profile picture. I'm wearing it. I love the top. I don't know if you can see the top. Can they see it?
Yes.
It's spirally. And so I love it. It will also be nice and cozy in Scotland. It's not as warm, though, as the other one I'm making. So this will be a good, like, fall, autumn hat. Whereas the other one will be a good winter hat. And then I finished the other item from, this is the third of 3 projects that I did for the Lethal Choose Your Own Adventure do-bobber thingy. And this one is the Green Byway project, which is fingerless gloves. And I did it on Farmhouse Yarns, Fanny's Fingering Weight in the clay colorway on US 1.5's 2.5 millimeters. Now let me explain. These are probably going to go in the wash too to see if we can shrink them a little bit. These are actually upside down. Because there was a gauge issue. And because you knit the final portion here, which is supposed to be up here on the hand, sideways, I didn't know there was a gauge issue till I got to the end of the first glove. So I ended up turning them upside down and then just put 3 buttons here to kind of, and it's double-sided. I don't know if you can see that. I just made them meet in the middle and stitched them together. And they are fitting better, but I still think that if they shrunk a little bit, it would be great. So we will probably throw these in the wash and dryer and see if we can shrink them a little. And if so, then they will be great. I love the concept. There was just a problem with the gauge on that final segment. Probably because I knit, I do stockinette stitch at a different gauge than I did the pattern stitch. And so that caused issues. So I probably should have gone down a needle size or 2, and that may have fixed it. But I did not want to rip it out because I was wanting to get them done. So they are done. And hopefully We'll shrink them a little bit, and they'll be great. And that's everything that I've finished. So I think we're ready for the next segment. And now it's time for my favorite part of our show. Yamis. Do you want to tell them what yummies are?
I
I always tell them.
forgot what you say.
I say favorite things. What else do I say?
Things that have happened this week.
Yeah.
Things.
Things we want to share with you.
See, I'm not good at it.
Work on it.
I'm just like, things.
Work on it. You're up for next week. Alright, so the Stash Dash that I did with the Knit Girls podcast is over. And I ended up with a total of 4,749 yards that I knitted. Every bit of it was knitted. And that was well over goal. I ended up being 374 yards over goal. So I was thrilled with that. So, yay me. Alright, some of the stuff that we're watching that is older stuff that we talk about here instead of in the later segment of the show. I'm continuing to watch Agatha Christie's, I'm going to say it wrong, probably. Help me say it.
Poirot.
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 Poirot. If I'm butchering that, I'm so sorry. I'm trying. I just actually finished watching an episode. I think I'm in series 3 now, maybe. I think that's where I am at. So I'm watching that. What else? What are we watching together?
Red Dwarf.
Red Dwarf. So we finished
Series 1.
Series 1 and started Series 2 last night. It's ridiculous. It is. We finished rewatching
Sherlock. BBC's Sherlock.
Oh, tears. Even though I knew what was coming, I still cried through the whole last episode. We'll talk more about Sherlock in a minute. And we also finished rewatching.
Harry Potter.
So we did
Half-Blood Prince.
Half-Blood Prince.
And both parts of Deathly Hallows.
You left one out. What's before Half-Blood Prince?
Order of the Phoenix. Did we watch that this week?
Yes.
That was last
No,
week.
that was not last week. It was not in the show notes last week. Oops, I'm scrolling right here. Yeah. We had watched the first 4 last week.
Yeah.
And so we watched the last 4. And I cried. Everything makes me cry. That was fun to rewatch, though. But now I really, 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 really want to reread the books. A lot. That's about all of old stuff we've been watching. You want to talk about the next thing?
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yes.
New promos with Maria Hill.
So there's 3 of them.
With Maria Hill and Ron Glass, who you will know if you've watched this, which if you are a Joss Whedon fan, you probably have. You will know Ron Glass as Shepherd Book from Firefly.
Yes. So I've put them in the show notes for you, the actual promos. They're 30 seconds each. They stand together, we stand a chance, and the saga continues. So, next, why don't you tell them what you wrote in the show notes?
No.
Do you want me to tell them?
If you want, I just...
In capital letters, muffled screaming of the Sherlockians in the distance, because, oh wait, spoiler, if you don't want to know about Sherlock, although this really is not a huge spoiler, but if you don't want to know about BBC Sherlock, you should fast forward. Okay, now we can talk about it. There was what?
A 26-second teaser trailer for Series 3.
And what was the part that I went, what?
John's mustache.
John has a mustache. And I can just imagine Sherlock, what he's going to say when he sees John's mustache. He's going to be like, what is that on your face?
So eloquent.
I'm so ready for Sherlock to be back. I miss Benedict and Martin.
Lestrade's hair is gone.
Yeah. I've watched it I don't know how many times. A lot. It's in the show notes. Because we love you like that. We love you. It's going to be in the show notes and you can just watch it if you haven't. Anything else we want to say about Sherlock?
I don't think so.
We love Sherlock. Benedict and Martin. Okay, now we need to do another spoilers alert. Because we're fixing to talk about the new Doctor on Doctor Who.
Although, you probably know about
Yeah,
it.
I mean, if you don't know by now, where have you been? But, just in case, here's your spoilers warning. We're going to probably talk about it for a few minutes, because we got a lot to say. So you probably want to fast forward if you don't want to know about the new Doctor. Okay, here we go.
The new Doctor is Peter Capaldi.
And I put the video in the link.
Yes.
In the show notes. Like the 6-minute one from the special Sunday. But we already kind of knew. We had heard rumors, and it was like the most popular rumor. We had heard a bunch of rumors, but Peter Capaldi was like the big name. So, he's been in Doctor Who before.
Yes.
In what episode?
The Fires of Pompeii.
Who did he play?
He played the dad, Caecilius.
Yes. And did we rewatch that episode instantly?
Yes.
Yes, we did. And so, well, who else is in the Fires of Pompeii episode?
Karen Gillan.
Karen Gillan. So we have like a whole 10, 11 connection there.
This is a new episode for finding new actors. For doctors and companions.
There you go. There you go. He was also in Torchwood, which Damaris has not seen. Don't worry. She's not seen it. The Children of Earth miniseries, I think there was 5 parts to it. He played John Frobisher, which he was like a government guy, and they like tried to put the blame on him, and he had to choose between his family, and he was really good in it. What other really cool Doctor Who connection does he have?
Okay, well, he was the lead singer of a punk rock band called Dream Boys, which included the biggest Doctor Who fan in existence, Craig Ferguson.
Yes.
Who was the drummer. So they're friends.
They're friends. What do you want to bet that he's on his show pretty darn quick?
Well, he's been on it before.
Well, I know, but now that he is the new Doctor. Yeah. And then, what was I watching last night? And I went, what the what?
Poirot.
Yes. I was watching an episode, and I'm like knitting and watching at the same time, and Damaris and the Hubs had gone grocery shopping, and I looked up at the TV and went,
It's Peter Capaldi.
It was Peter Capaldi! In Poirot. What? Poirot.
In that show you watch with the guy with the mustache.
This episode should be about mustaches. We don't have the cephalopods here, though. With their mustaches. So, what do you think about Peter Capaldi being the new Doctor? He is the oldest Doctor, right?
Well, no, he's 55, and William Hartnell was 55.
Okay, so right up there tied.
Yep.
I think he's going to be good. I think it's going to be a big change from having younger doctors, especially Matt. But I think it's going to be good. He's a good actor from what I've watched of him. I think he's going to be good.
He's got a nice face.
He does.
I like this guy. He looks Time Lordy.
He does look Time Lordy. He looks like David Tennant's uncle.
No, he looks like an aged Arthur Darvill. He does. He does. Yes, because you remember in The Impossible Astronaut when Rory was wearing those glasses that were all the rage back in the 60s?
Yes.
And the suit with the tie? Well, I found a picture of Peter Capaldi basically wearing the same thing.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's funny. So we've seen all kinds of fan art
Yes.
with Peter Capaldi in it. There's some good ones. Some not so good ones, but some good ones. There's some people who are not happy that he's the new Doctor. Or will be the new Doctor. I'm excited. The one thing I'm sad about is that most likely we won't get Series 8. After the 50th in November and the Christmas special with the regeneration, we probably will not get Series 8 until August of next year.
But we'll probably have Sherlock before then.
We probably will have Sherlock before then. But the reason is because Peter Capaldi is doing
Things.
The Musketeers, which is a new BBC show that's filming right now. And probably into the new year. So he has to finish that before he can film Doctor Who.
I can't wait to see his outfit.
I know.
I'm liking the picture going around with him with the scarf. Not the Tom Baker scarf, just the scarf.
It's like a gray scarf, isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah, I don't see him in a bow tie at all.
Just wait until they regenerate him
Well,
in Matt's hipster clothes.
Yeah, but I think his look will not. I think his look will be much more sophisticated. I've heard some talking about people wondering if, especially after having John Hurt going to be in the 50th and being at the end of Series 7, if Peter's Doctor will be a darker Doctor. I don't know. It could be interesting. Especially since he's just said goodbye officially to River. Even though their timelines probably cross again, but still.
I want her back.
I do want her back too. And I think she and Peter would be amazing together acting. But, Matt saying goodbye to her in the end of Series 7, I'm wondering if things are going to get darker. With John Hurt especially too. I don't know. Okay. We've talked about the new Doctor a lot. Should we move on to some other yummies? Because we have more yummies to talk about. The Scotland or Bust coupon code knitting pattern sale that I'm having
It's still going on.
is still going on. I've sold quite a few patterns. Thank you so much to each of you who have bought a pattern. Love. It's still going on. I'm clicking over here so I can tell you. It started back on July 31st, but it continues through August 24th. And if you use the coupon code Scotland or Bust, it's on the screen right now, you will save the % off of how many days are left until we move to Scotland. So, like for today is Wednesday, August the 7th, and so you will save 18%. However, if you're willing to take a chance, and I'm thinking some of you might be taking the chance, on August 25th and 26th, which is a Sunday and Monday, those are the days we travel. Those are the days we'll be flying to Scotland.
In a plane.
In a plane. Leaving on a jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back again. What is clicking? Oh, your knitting needle. I'm doing a special surprise offer. And I'm not going to tell you what it is. But it's a good deal. What it is. So, should you do the percentage off now? When you know how much % off it'll be? Or should you wait? More info in the show notes. Okay, now, I got a pattern gift this week from my sweet friend, Angie, who is Sundaisy920, and this is the Black Mamba pattern by Rachel Frank. I am going to click on one of the pictures. I was trying to get her name in the title. This is a beaded bracelet. I've never done anything with beads before. So I'm kind of, and it could also be done as a necklace. And it's perfect way to, I know that this is like shining in my eyes. Sorry, guys. That's the only way for y'all to be able to see it when I hold it up. It says that it's a perfect way to use up treasured scraps and leftover beads. So I'm thinking that it might be a really cool giftable item. So I'm probably going to try it at some point after the move, not before the move. So thank you, Angie. Love. I bought something this week from Caterpillar.
Yeah. Because her name's Kate.
Yes. Her Etsy shop is etsy.com/shop/Caterpillar, and it's in the show notes. Here's her business card. And what it is a owl keykeeper strap. So I got it to use on some of my project bags that don't have handles. I wanted a strap to be able to carry them. So it was adorable. It was great price and very fast shipping. Like she shipped it out like the next day. So that was awesome. I'll put a link to her shop in the show notes. I also won a pattern this week from Sundaisy's Perfect Podcast, who's also the same Angie who gifted me the Black Mamba pattern. But I had entered her cow last month, and I won. And so I got to choose a pattern, and so the pattern I chose is the Knitted Frog Prints by Oliver Bolivar. Is that not adorable? Now let me tell you, this is the next thing that's going to go on my needles. Because I'm going to knit him or her in sock weight yarn instead of worsted that it calls for to make it tiny. And it's going to be our traveling companion as we fly, and we're going to take pictures with it and such. So I'm hoping to cast that on tonight or tomorrow, depends on how long it takes me to finish the hat and the show notes and editing the podcast and all that fun stuff. But I'm hoping to have it done for next week to show y'all so that we can do a poll to name my frog. Damaris and I think that it should have a Scottish name. So if you have suggestions for Scottish names that you think might work, you can post them on the blog, on the show notes, or in the Ravelry thread, and then we probably will come up with some too. Damaris has already given me a few ideas. But then probably next week I'll do a poll and we'll name the frog. Won't that be fun? Okay, what else? Oh my goodness. Yesterday, the Hubs brought home a box of goodness. Who was it from?
Kelly Cron. Who's Kelly?
Who's Kelly? Kelly and I went to college together. And she is also a podcast viewer. And she made stuff for us. So do you want to... Oops, I'm dropping things. You want to show yours first?
It's a hat.
It's adorable. It's like tweed. It's like a navy, real dark navy blue hat.
It looks black.
In the other light, it looked navy. But I love the button on it. It's kind of a pinky purple into a black. And it looks really cute on her. I know she's not going to put it on because she doesn't want to mess up her hair. She didn't make these, but she sent them to us. Yarn sleeves. And I've used yarn sleeves before, but I've never had any that are different sizes. There's 5-inch, 7-inch, and 10-inch. So I'm excited to try those. And she sent this adorable little guy. How cute is that? It's a bath scrubby. Scrubby, scrubby, scrubby. I think it needs a name. It's like a scrubbing bubble. And I'm not even going to be able to get this whole thing in the picture because it's so big. It's bigger than my wingspan. And she didn't even aggressively block it, she told me, because she wasn't sure how big to make it. So I could probably make it even bigger. I'm trying to unfold it. This. Look, I'm covering the whole screen and you're still not even seeing all of it. Shawl that is pink and gray. Oh, that's pretty true colors right there. And it is so soft. I don't know what kind of yarn she used. I probably should check and see if she has a project page. But it is so soft. And it's going to be so warm and cozy in Scotland. And it's pink. Is this the way of modeling the hat without messing up your hair? I don't think it's going to provide any warmth to you that way.
Well, it's too warm right here right now.
Yes, it is. But when we get to Scotland, it won't be. So, Kelly, thank you, thank you, thank you. You made our day. Love. Tell Kelly love. Tell her thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Kelly. I'm so excited to use that. Okay. The GGK Crafty Photo a Day Challenge. We've had more people even than last month doing it. It was so hard to pick pictures this week because there were so many good ones. But we did. So we'll pause it right here and we'll put in the pictures for the week. We pick our favorite 2 each day plus mine. So here they come. I loved all those pictures. They were so awesome. Amazing pictures. So, keep taking your pictures, keep sharing them. Instagram is the main place that people are sharing, which is great. And Ravelry, people are sharing there in the thread in our group. Twitter, Facebook, and maybe some other places that I don't know about. But take pictures, challenge yourself. Come join the fun. Okay. Scotland. It is. Oh, I forgot to open to tell them how many days.
17 days.
To tell them exactly how much longer till we leave. It is 17 days, 15 hours, 54 minutes, and 54 seconds. We are under the 500-hour mark. Actually, we are getting really close to 400 hours. This time tomorrow, we'll be at 400 hours. Because, see, it's 4:23, 54, 37. This time tomorrow, 400 hours till we leave. And 1.5 million seconds till we leave. 25,000 and some change minutes. Holy crap, that's very soon. So, Friday, we went to where the hub's mom lives, and his brothers too, to take some stuff that she was going to store for him. Books. That weren't going to fit in the car when we travel in a couple of weeks, week and a half. So we did a day trip in 11 hours time. We drove there, dropped the books, had lunch with Russ's mom and brothers, and then turned around and drove back. I got a lot of knitting done and watched a lot of podcasts. I think I watched 11 podcast episodes that day in the car. So that was good that we got that done. What else? We made our first Amazon.co.uk purchase with a very essential item. A
coffee maker.
Coffee maker. Because our flat does not have one. And that is essential. So we had it shipped to some friends that are meeting us at the airport. They're going to bring it to our flat. We bought some other things too, but that coffee maker was the essential. 15 cup programmable. I'm excited about it. We found a grocery store that will deliver to us, and they have some really good deals going on for the next couple of months for new registered users. So that we'll be taking advantage of. What else? We've done lots of little things. Lots of little things.
My room is empty.
It is pretty empty. I think all that's left in there is like your clothes and a couple of random things. This room is getting emptier by the moment. We have a garage sale a week from Saturday, and that's the day we leave Texas to go to New Mexico, to then come back to Texas, to fly to New Jersey, to Scotland. So, we are in the final few days of our donation fundraiser before we draw for prizes. We'll accept donations, obviously, anytime. But we will be drawing for prizes on this Sunday, the 11th of August. So if you want to donate and be entered for a prize, do it now before the deadline comes. So here's the website. I think that's everything. We're moving to Scotland in 2.5 weeks. That's why things are crazy. For all you new viewers, that's why things are so crazy right now. That's why not a lot of knitting is getting done, because we're doing tons of stuff trying to get ready for our move. So, all right. We have been in Yamis for a long time, so we probably should go to our other segments. Okay.
Now we're going to talk about what book we're reading and what TV we're watching.
I'm not changing the card, because I'm reading other books. I'm just not talking about them.
We are both reading Dorothy and the Wizard in Oz by L. Frank Baum.
Yes. In our continuing read all of the Wizard of Oz books.
Yep.
Yes. Okay. I'm reading other stuff. I'm just not talking about it. Okay. TV. I'm watching but not discussing Unforgettable, Covert Affairs, and Burn Notice. Okay. Continuum. I am discussing. Whoa, what happened to the title? The title got deleted. There it is. Oops. Episode 2.9, Seconds. This was a jam-packed episode. Even after watching it the second time, I felt like I needed to watch it like 5 more times to catch everything. I didn't do that because I didn't have time. But it was so jam-packed full of stuff that happened. We saw in the future about New Pemberton, which had been mentioned in the past episodes briefly. But we really saw what it was, and it's not what Kira and others believed it to be. So at the very, very end of the episode ended showing us that it was Alec's company that is behind the forced enslavement of all these people that are working for the corporation. And Julian stops the forced enslavement, but at the price of thousands and thousands of people's lives. So, I'm curious about if what we have seen, what we saw in this episode about the future is what happened in the future or what will happen because of what has happened in the past. Or what is happening like right now in the present. Does that make sense?
Sure.
I'm wondering if things have been changed. Julian got out of jail and his mom got shot. And Julian's being pulled from all sides by Liberate and Alec and the Theseus followers. And Kira almost loses it and almost kills him. And Carlos stops her. And she's kind of having a meltdown. And Dylan's back and is in charge of the department again. But he's like, rules don't matter. We'll do whatever it takes to do what needs to be done type thing. So it was kind of a, like I said, very jam-packed episode and lots going on. The new episode is this Friday, the 9th of August, episode 2.10, Second Wave. All right, on to the next.
We are done with the July Hip to Be Square cowl.
Yes. So what are we about to do?
We are about to draw a winner.
Yes, we're going to have one winner this time. The winner can either choose a Geeky Girls Knit button, which we don't have one over here, that we'll mail to you, or a giftable pattern on Ravelry, $6 or less. If you are the winner, you have 30 days to claim your prize or you forfeit it. Okay. So we had 17 entries. So we have entered into the random number generator 2 through 18. Because I was the first post. Okay. Push the button. Number 3. So the winner is M Queen. Yay! She is doing a barn raising quilt. And so she entered in some of the squares that she completed last month. So, congratulations, M Queen, EMBQUEEN. Contact me and let me know what you want for your prize, and we'll get that sent to you. I'm putting it in the show notes so I don't forget who won. Okay, on to the next segment. All right. So last week we told you about our Potiversary cow, because our first Potiversary is at the end of August, and so briefly let's go over the details about that again. You get one entry, and one entry only per person. It can be any project that you have completed since August 29th, 2012. You have to connect it, though, with one of our podcast episode titles. And explain why in your post. You'll see, we have 2 people who've already entered theirs, so you'll see kind of what we mean in a minute. However, if you knit, crochet, weave, or spin an entire project between August 1st, 2013 and August 31st, 2013, and connect it with one of our podcast episode titles, you'll get a bonus entry. So if you complete your project this month, it can't have started before now. It had to be this month only. You'll get a bonus entry. That's the only way to get more than one entry. And then depending on our number of entries, we're hoping to have 2 winners. One, just a random winner from Random Number Generator, and the other winner, our favorite. Damaris and I will decide what our favorite connection is that you make. So, and the prizes will be special UK-related prizes. Okay. So 2 people entered theirs this week. The first is M Queen, who actually just won in the last segment. She entered her Althea. Am I saying that right? Alethea? I don't know if I'm saying the name of the project right. Fingerless gloves. And she connected them to episode 17, which was entitled In Which the Alpacalypse and Christmas Are Coming. And why? Because Christmas is coming and these are a Christmas gift. And she completed it this month. She completed those in 2 days. So she got a bonus entry into the giveaway. The other entry we've had so far is Lee Bernstein, who is Lee. She entered in honor of episode 25, which was titled In Which There's Magic and Something Big is Coming. She entered a wedding ring holder that she made for her oldest daughter's wedding. The association with the episode title, of course, is that love is magic and something big was coming. So, those are our 2 entries so far. So, hope that gives you some ideas. I know some of y'all are working on projects to enter. A full list of all of our episode titles is available on our website, and there's a link to that in the show notes. So get to crafting and enter your project. We can't wait to see what other associations y'all come up with. Alright, we're to the end of our show. Couple of announcements. Well, not really announcements, just kind of ending stuff. What's still going on?
200 member giveaway. We have 196 members, so we need 4 more members, and then we can do the giveaway.
So, if you are watching this episode right now,
and you're not a member,
and you are not a member of the Ravelry group, pause and come join right now. We'll wait. We'll wait for you. Do you think they had time? Okay. So our numbers should be going up as y'all are watching. Okay. So that next week we can draw for the winner. And how are they eligible to be in the giveaway?
You have to be a member of the group. That's it.
That's it. And then everybody who's a member of the group is entered.
Fine.
Okay. So tell them where to find us online.
You can find us at geekygirlsknit.blogspot.com. There are links to where we are online. iTunes, Blip TV, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Ravelry, Instagram, etc.
Yes. So come find us. We love connecting with our viewers. Thanks for putting up with us and our craziness. I know these last few weeks have been really crazy and not very heavy on the knitting content. A lot heavier on the Yamis content. We both are planning some travel knitting. And look forward to showing that to y'all. We will record as normal next week, next Wednesday. That will be our last episode in Texas. The following week, we will probably record on Tuesday instead of Wednesday, because we are planning to be traveling on Wednesday from New Mexico back to Texas, from my family to the Hubs family. So we will probably record on Tuesday in New Mexico.
And it'll probably be shorter episode.
It probably will be a shorter episode, but who knows, you know, if we have Doctor Who and Sherlock news, you know, we can ramble on for hours. But we both have knitting projects for the trip, and so we want to be able to show those to y'all. So that will be next week will be normal, and then the following week we'll publish a day early from New Mexico. And then following that, we are hoping to record on Wednesday, the 28th, from Scotland. And that will be our podcast anniversary episode, I guess. Although we won't give away the podcast Cal prize until the following week, so that everybody has through the end of the month. But our actual podcast anniversary is on the 29th of August. So, we'll just see how we're feeling from traveling and jet lag and all that, whether we actually record on the 28th or 29th. But we'll be around. We'll be on Instagram and Facebook and Ravelry and Twitter and everything this whole time while we're traveling and everything. So you know how to find us. So, with that, we're going to say goodbye and try to get this edited and up right quick and get some more stuff done for Scotland. And we will talk to y'all next week, if not before. Come join the Ravelry group. Love y'all. Happy knitting. Bye.